And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. Leading them out, someone who took the league by storm last year is the most famous Mr. Irrelevant ever. From Iowa State, it's Brock Purdy.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down, Saints.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Purdy's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. That is caught. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Here's Purdy. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
This one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Purdy.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, they took the shot, didn't get it. There's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Opening drive, holding him to 3. Psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They start the drive with Evans. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Now it's Watson.
And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete.
Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it's 3rd and 5.
And you look at this Saints defense.
They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Houston. Rondell Moore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, Boston Scott. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him?
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the cat...
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Saints. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to move back in front. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it, and look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll stay on the ground. Evans again. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. From the gun, it's a run by Evans. And this will be a Texans first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 15 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Watson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 15.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second down, Pollard again. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Saints at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
The rushing numbers for Pollard last week, 17 carries, 127 yards, and a score.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Trying to run for it with Pollard. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Greg Stroman back deep waiting for it. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. And they'll begin on the ground here with Evans. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
To throw is Watson. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Mooney had a hair under 500 yards last season and only 2 touchdowns. But the year before, 1,000-yard season. 2023, a big year for his future with the franchise.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. As they've got it as we resume action. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger.
There he goes, right side. A huge play there for Houston. 43 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. A give up the middle to Evans. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Myles Garrett, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Throwing on third down, Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Fourth down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
And his kick here is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. This is caught. It's close. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Now 2nd and 3. Here's Pollard again. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3. First down, New Orleans.
Pollard will take it up the gut. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
First down, Saints.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tony Pollard, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints have moved out in front. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back 1, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes it a 17-10 score. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Houston set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Back to throw, Watson. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Evans running behind center. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
Watson. Now, quick throw there is incomplete. Darnell Mooney the target there. And it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Here's Watson. is incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard.
So he'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had, though, during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air.
Yeah.
I've got to slow down the running game.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold because you haven't thrown it in a while. Let's see if he can heat up again.
Out of the gun, Purdy. And this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The Saints on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Purdy sets up to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Texans.
Purdy looking to throw. Here's a screen now for Pollard.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Juwan Johnson.
35 yards.
And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st down, Watson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson.
And he'll go underneath here to Evans.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Watson now to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a two-touchdown game.
And now two problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. On first down, it's Purdy. He finds his man, Pollard. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
He'll find Hodgins there complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Now Purdy. That is caught. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
Purdy now to throw.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Terry McLaurin as the first half is winding down.
And the Saints would extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start our tour right here in the Sunshine State. Carolina making the trip down to take on Miami. And it's the Dolphins who are out in front in the second quarter. Bijan Robinson, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. Next, we'll stay right here in the Sunshine State and head up to Tampa to check on the Bucs. And that one's at halftime with the visiting Lions out on top. Michael Wilson, a touchdown catch in that first half. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And that one, all tied. We saw a fine performance in the first half from the former Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of...
There he goes left side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
So here are the Saints to take over. They were losers to New England a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead here as they start 1st and 10. Purdy. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you?
And that's caught inside the 35. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 50 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Brock Purdy, a 16-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Well, there's the always dangerous Rondale Moore. He and this offense ready to begin the upcoming series.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Watson's throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first and 10, Watson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. Looking deep here from Mooney. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
A second down throw for Purdy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw, Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running right, it's Pollard. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 81 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. And that one complete to Hodgins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Purdy to throw it on first down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and goal.
Purdy sets up to throw again.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Isaiah Hodgins, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Houston's offense taking over again. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a 1st down.
Evans running straight ahead. Now he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard.
We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen, they see the blocks happen, they feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Purdy.
And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
Purdy looking to throw. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards that time.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 32. The Saints on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tony Pollard. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Watson.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Texans first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. On 1st down, it's Watson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, it's Watson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Watson now to throw. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Watson. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's got room at the 30. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Saints. Isaiah Hodgins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints continue to pour it on here in the 4th. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Texans 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And here comes the Texans now. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Texans. Darnell Mooney, 72 yards. And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Aubrey now for the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
The Saints again ready to go on offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
1st down, and it's Pollard again. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Man, 188 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
A give to Pollard, running left. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Elliott now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, these guys are now going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for New Orleans, they're going